Okay, students, in our last video, we were doing exercise 3.1 up to question number 17 we have done. Now, today we will start from question number 18. Okay, question number 18. Exercise 3.1, question number 18. Here, our question is the ratio of exterior angle to interior angle of a regular polygon is 1:4. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, here ratio of exterior angle to interior angle. Exterior angle to interior angle is equal to 1:4. This is the ratio of exterior angle and interior angle. Okay, now exterior angle will be angle is equal to x and interior angle will be 4x. If we multiply a common factor x on both these numbers, exterior angle will be x and interior angle will be 4x. Okay, we know that the sum of exterior angle and interior angle in a quadrilateral is equal to 180 degree. It will be equal to 180 degree. That is the interior, sum of interior angle and exterior angle of an quadrilateral will be equal to 180 degree. Now to solve for x, this will be equal to 5x. Sorry, 5x is equal to 180 degree and x will be equal to 180 upon 5. 5 3 or 5 6 x is equal to 36 degree. X will be the 36 degree. It means exterior angle will be equal to 36 degree and interior angle for the value of x in both here. Exterior angle is equal to 4 into x is equal to 4 into 36. That will be equal to 144 degree. 144 degree. Okay. Now our question says find the number of sides of the polygon. Find the number of sides of the polygon. We know that the exterior angle of polygon is equal to 360 divided by n. Exterior angle is equal to 360 degree upon n. Here n is the number of sides. This is our question. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, exterior angle, this is 36. 36 degree will be equal to 360 degree upon n. Here you can cross multiply. Then video when we cross multiply, n into 36 degree will be equal to 360 degree. N is equal to 360 degree upon 36 degree. 36 1 is 36 or 0. Then n is equal to 10. Therefore, number of sides will be 10. Therefore, sides is equal to 10. This is your answer. Write down this question. Okay, now we will solve question number 19. Okay. Question number 19 of this exercise, and this is the last question of this exercise. We will solve this. Okay. Question number 19. Look, what is your question? The sides AB and CD of a quadrilateral ABCD are extended to points P and Q respectively. Okay, here is a quadrilateral ABCD, A, B, C and D. Okay, what is your question? The sides of AB and CD of a quadrilateral. AB is extended to P. AB is extended to P and CD is extended to Q. Okay. CD is extended to Q respectively. Is ADQ, ADQ, this is angle ADQ, plus angle CBP, this is your angle CBP, equal to angle A, this is your angle A, and angle C, this is your angle C. Give reasons. Okay, now we will solve this question. Here, draw a diagonal AC. This AC. Okay. After this diagonal, mark angle 1. This is your angle 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. Angle 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will prove this. Here we can see that angle ADQ is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Angle ADQ will be equal to angle 3. This is angle 3 and angle 4, because sum of this angle and this angle will be equal to 180 degree, and sum of all three angles will be equal to 80 degrees. So angle ADQ will be equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Okay, and angle BC, angle CBP, angle CBP will be equal to angle 1 and angle 2, angle 1 and angle 2. Okay. If we add LHS and RHS, then we can get angle ADQ plus angle CBP will be equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4. Okay, now angle 1 and angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 3. You can see here angle 1 and angle 3. This is equal to angle A. You can write this here. Okay. Angle 1 plus angle 3. You can make the pair of this and this plus angle 2 and angle 4. You can make this the pair of 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is this. This is the angle C. And you can write this angle 1 and 3. Angle 1 and 3 is angle A plus angle 2 and 4 is angle C. And hence proof okay, write down on your notebooks. Now your exercise 3.1 has completed. Now we will discuss some theoretical portion for exercise 3.2. Okay. Okay students, now we will discuss some theoretical parts for exercise 3.2. Our topic is kinds of quadrilateral. Kinds of quadrilateral under this heading we will understand the concept of trapezium. What is trapezium and what is parallelogram? These two shapes we will discuss under this heading. All of you know that what is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is a figure bounded by 4 sides are called quadrilateral, and kite, trapezium, parallelogram are some special types of quadrilaterals. First of all, we will discuss about trapezium. Trapezium okay students, you have already studied about trapezium. What is the definition of trapezium? A quadrilateral having a pair of parallel sides, having a pair of parallel sides is called a trapezium. Is called a trapezium. This is the definition of a trapezium. A quadrilateral having a pair of parallel sides is called a trapezium. Now look here, a trapezium how looks like. These are the two parallel sides. If we join this end to here and this end here, this will make a trapezium. These two sides are parallel to each other. This is our trapezium. If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are of equal length, we call it an isosceles trapezium. Okay. Okay students, now we will discuss parallelogram. What is the shape of parallelogram? What are the properties of parallelogram? First of all, we discuss the definition of a parallelogram. A parallelogram, a quadrilateral having two pairs of parallel sides of parallel sides is called a parallelogram. Is called a parallelogram. Okay, this is the definition of parallelogram. A parallelogram can be the shape of this type. Here, these opposite sides are parallel. This is parallel to this, and this side is parallel to this. Our definition says a quadrilateral having two pairs of parallel sides. One pair is this, and one pair is this. There is two pairs is called a parallelogram. This is the parallelogram. Now we will discuss properties of parallelogram. Okay. Come to the next heading, properties of parallelogram. Properties of parallelogram. Okay, this is your heading. Properties of parallelogram. Okay. First property: the opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. The opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Okay, opposite sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Here you can see a parallelogram. This opposite sides are equal, or that in other words you can say that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, second one is opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal. Measures the opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measures. Are of equal measures. Okay, it means this angle will be equal to this angle, and this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay, now come to the third property. Third, the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. The adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. It means sum of adjacent angles of a parallelogram must be equal to 180 degree. Okay, first of all you have to understand what are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles means angles, this angle will be adjacent to this angle, this, and this angle will be adjacent to this angle. It means sum of this and this must be equal to 180, or sum of this or this will be equal to 180 degree, or sum of this angle and this angle must be equal to 180 degree, or sum of angle this and this must be equal to 180 degree. Adjacent angle means angle and the other angle next to this angle or previous to this angle. These two angles, the sum of these two angles must be equal to 180 degree. The property third says the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. It means this and this must be equal to 180, or this and this must be equal to 180, or this and this. Any two continuous angles, the sum of any two continuous angles must be equal to 180 degree. Okay, now come to the next property, that is fourth. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, this property, it means this is one diagonal of parallelogram and this is other diagonal of parallelogram. It means if A, B, C and D be the vertices of a parallelogram and O is the point where two diagonals bisect each other, intersect each other. Bisect means two equal parts. It means OA must be equal to OC and OB must be equal to OD. Okay, A is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB. This condition must be satisfied by the fourth property of this, the parallelogram. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect is equal to parts. Bisect means equal to parts. Bisect. Okay, now come to the exercise 3.1.